Hi everyone, I thought I'd give you a quick review of how I'm getting along in the VDS Senior A6 size planner that I won from VDS or Vanderspec. Since I first did the reveal several weeks ago, I have obviously moved in and I'm really loving it. So this is Janet Leather Black. I think it's number 105, with Amarina stitching, which is a pink stitching on the outside. There is no popper or clasp closure. I did that deliberately. And then I have a pen loop on the inside that's black with the Amarina stitching as well. And then on the interior, it's the Amarina, I believe this is a Napa leather. And it is both are really soft and squishy, but not too squishy, if that makes sense. I know that the Napa leathers tend to be kind of, the only other word I can describe it is squidgy, like puffier to the touch. But another example of something that might resemble the texture would be like the Portlands, the older Portland Filofaxes. They were really squidgy when you held them. That is what I understand the Napa leathers kind of feel like from VDS, but this doesn't have that much squidginess as those. So it has a little bit more structure in my opinion. Now, I did request a pocket configuration that was slightly different. I put a full-length slip pocket here along with a secretarial pocket here. I'll go ahead and pull that out. It's just it was a Project Life card that I laminated to kind of do no spend kind of stuff on it, but I haven't used it yet. And I just keep stencils, and there's some cash back there. Normally I don't carry cash, but I do this week. And then the pen, or excuse me, the zipper case, they accidentally put an S at the end, but they're sending me a new one. Meanwhile, I have just a few coins in here, but I do love that the Amarina stitching matches along with the gold embossing with the gold rings. It really just brings the whole planner together, in my opinion. And then I've got Emma Roberts did a blog post on laminating post-it notes, so I laminated one of my clear, they're clear post-it notes with graph image behind in the background, so they're it's very hard to kind of see but I just laminated one sheet and I think it really looks cool, and so I just have it put here to write down like grocery shopping items that I need to pick up on the way out. Not necessarily a full list, and I'll write it with this like wet erase marker because it won't smudge once it's dried. And the way to get it off is I use these little Curad alcohol swabs that I got from Walmart, and I think I paid like $1.50 for them, and they come with 100 of them. So I just keep one or two in my planner so that if I ever need to clean something like that, but it doesn't smudge now that it's dry, and you know, I don't have to worry about it coming off onto some other paper. Anyway, I have sticky notes attached to the dividers, and then I have the monthly pages from October, November, and December on here, but obviously I'm only in December. I need to catch up on some photo items, but I have some cleaning schedule going on inside, along with some decluttering stuff that I look at for the week. I pin previous weeks together, and then this is the current week. So the left side includes my bills that are due, and then I made these stamps using Avery Labels 5440. They are long, 1.5 by 3 inch, which makes them perfect for fitting in here. And then I make 2 on each sheet. They look like, where is it? I already put it away. They look like this when I get done. So I have 2 on each of these, and then I just take my paper slicer and slice it in half, and so I've got 6 days worth. I don't put them on Saturday and Sunday, although in here you probably will see it, but the new planner for 2016, I didn't bother to put it on for Saturdays and Sundays. And then I also made this sticker, which is the same brand. It just takes up the full length of the list, and it's my weekly tasks, and that goes into this side. I do trim just a smidgen off the side so it doesn't cross over the line, but on the personal size inserts, which I'll be using for a short period of time in the new year, I won't have to do that because the flap is wider, so it fits perfectly. Anyway, so I made these with my daily tasks. I felt it was easier than trying to make an overlay on these DIY fish inserts. And then I also made this little, it's a my own little like page marker of where I am in my planner, and I just took, it was like a little oh, I forget what they're called, the plastic like vellum or plastic, they came with like scrapbooking kits that were a little bit harder. It's kind of like a divider, but it's clear and see-through. They were cut down smaller, and I used to use them to draw straight lines and stuff like that, but I decided to laminate it, and then I hole punched it and put it in. I can put it at the top or the bottom. I like the bottom better because I have top tabs on the top and they interfere and I can't find it very well, but in the bottom I can, because I only have 2 in the bottom that I'm ever looking for. So today's an example how today's going, what I've done so far, some more things. I've run out of room, so while I'm out and about I wrote some on my list here. I have some of my chores to do that are also on this list. And then here, if you're wondering what the orange stripes are, my daughter's work schedule. And then some cleaning things that have to do with the organization kind of challenge thing. And then the weekly review card, which moves from week to week, but I don't do it until Sunday. And then I go through these items to make sure I am putting them in, and then next week's days are already set up, so I already have the stickers in there and so forth, all the way to the remainder of the year. And this goes with this one, and I think the flap on this one is supposed to be this way. Anyway, but you get my point, so I'll leave that down. And then I have some goals in here, calendars, the cleaning schedule for 2016 is already done, and then I put it in here as well, but I need to get a 2016 version of the January for decluttering. But I'm moving over to the personal size just for 3 months because I am waiting on a planner that's being returned from a repair shop in New York. My dog chewed on the corner of it, and it's a personal size, and to be honest with you, between this one and that one, those are my 2 most favorite planners. And because I haven't been in that one now in over a year, and the fact that it's coming back from being repaired and that I paid, I consider it a pretty hefty price for the repair. I really felt like I should at least be in her for the first 3 months of the new year. So I'll be in the personal size from January to March, and then if I'm not liking it, I will switch back to this planner, which I have dubbed Miss Hepburn, where my other planner is Miss Monroe, after Marilyn Monroe. Somebody else posted where they made their own grocery list, so I did the same thing. Thought that was a great idea, and I just printed several copies so that I could just highlight items I need from the grocery store, etc. when I need them, and then go So I thought that was a neat idea. I have a 2 full flap thing that holds some stickers. And then this little pad from Happy Scrappy fits in here. I have a slip pocket at the top, which is a custom request. This is a normal thing that's normally in here, this little pocket. But I was keeping the stencils in there, but then the pad was in the way, so I was like, so I have another stencil back here in this bigger pocket. And then that's it. So I keep my pen in the pen loop, and all of this stuff stays closed. And that's the planner as a whole. So I love it. Like I said, it's between this and the Miss Monroe Red Campagna from Gillio. These two are my favorite planners of all time as of right now. So I plan to get another one probably in February. I might get a strap the second time around, but I really love the professionalism that this really provides without it being in your face girly, but then bam, pop it open and it's all about me. So I love that part of it, and I hope that I've given you some insight into this lovely planner and given you some ideas for yourself. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks. Bye.